Hey, good morning, everyone. Futures Brizio here, 10 a.m. on Monday, November 10th, 2025. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Let's jump it in. This will be a pretty quick video, but as always, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Any questions, comments, leave them down below, and I appreciate it. I'm still fighting a cold here, guys, so I know I sound pretty bad, but we'll struggle through this. I just want to give a quick update. On a bigger level, talking about commitment of traders data, we may be approaching the end of the government shutdown, in which case, if that happens, at some point we'll start getting COT data updated. I don't know how, like if the shutdown ended today, I don't know, how soon the system will update. Uh, Probably, I would think it would still take, a certain amount of time, but we might be heading back to a place where we have that COT data, but as of this morning, we still do not. So again, as I made the video last week, just talking about using seasonality and then this kind of swing trading structure using just a couple of moving averages is something that you can do in the meantime. So just looking at Canadian dollar, I was talking about this on Friday, and it looks like we're in a nice pullback here on this, and so we're sitting right as of this morning, right at the 100-period moving average, and which is also about the 50% retracement level. I don't really like it from here. Now, we don't really have a signal on the 4-hour chart anyways. We have no bear candle here on the 4-hour chart. But you can see we're starting to throw a couple of wicks here. If we zoom in a little bit on these two recent 4-hour candles, you can see, we've got a couple of wicks. And this most recent candle's got a wick on the bottom too. And for Heikinashi, that kind of tells you that, at least in the short term, that some of that buying momentum is slowing down. If we go to a 15-minute chart, we did take out some market structure right here. Again, this is a really short time frame, so I don't put a ton of weight into this. But is this the rollover to come back down? I don't know. I did take a short on this on my funded account because I consider it a pretty low risk trade. You can see it's right here. And I just put my stop just above here, which is, if it goes up here, it's like $150 loss, something like that. It's one contract. And so it's no big deal. And if it keeps going up, I wouldn't be surprised. And if it does, that's fine. I would like to, if it does go up, I'd love to see it go up anyways and hit like the 61 or the 78. But if it rolls over from here, great. It's just that a lot of times when price gets to an area around this 100 period, especially if you go back here and look like over here, that doesn't always hit the ideal roll back over area where the trend continues, but we'll see. Maybe it does. And I took it strictly based on this 15-minute this 15-minute zone where price kind of took out this market structure, failed to put in a new high, and then broke it. And like I said, it's a low risk trade with a stop sitting above here. If it goes back up and keeps going higher, then so be it. But I'll keep you posted on this one. Again, not much happening. This is Rice. I just continue to watch this to see if we get any reversal, seasonality reversal. We still are on track to, at least from a seasonal calendar, to have some sort of up move on this market. But it is, and like I said, it's playing around at these lows, so we'll see. But it's certainly not very impressive right now. It's really not doing anything. So just kind of watching this one. Hogs is a little bit of an interest this morning. You can see we may be attempting to go a little bit higher on Hogs. We kind of have a swing right here that we're sitting at right now. This is the 1-hour chart, the 4-hour chart. You can see this bullish candle, but it hasn't taken out any of the moving averages, so I'm not overly thrilled with it. But if we can take out some of these shorter term levels like here, break above here and start moving higher, I mean, it'll be very obvious because you can see we've been in a very clean downtrend with the moving averages heading lower. And so if we can get some kind of break above here, it's going to look very bullish because it's just been contained very well under the moving averages. But right now, there's nothing. I look at this level right here as being kind of like the minimum level this thing would have to take out in order for me to even think about any bullish positions. So let's see what happens. Um, but looking pretty strong right now. But I'm certainly not ready to jump into this yet. But it is something I'm watching. Soybeans. Look, we had this nice pullback. Looks like we're starting to go higher. Uh, I did not take this entry. Actually, I kind of missed this entry. So, we'll see. But again, we're still in a bullish stance on these grains, except for soybean oil, which just continues to move inside of this range. And so, right now, being in between the two moving averages like this is the worst possible place for it. So, again, not interested in soybean oil, just continues to chop. I'm still hoping this is some kind of accumulation zone down here, although it's been going on since almost 2 months. Middle of September, we started this ranging market. And with the exception of this one little fake breakout right here, it's been contained in here. So I'm not really interested in this right now, but I'll continue to watch it. And maybe at some point you break out of here and start going higher, then I'll have interest in it. Soybean meal. Uh, let's see if this becomes a new high to go up here. It is a little interesting that we kind of broke some market structure here, taking out this, failed to put in, we got this double top, failed to take out this low right here. I mean, this high came down, broke this low, and now we're sitting here. It looks like it's trying to go higher. I mean, it bounced right off the 100 period moving average, but it is struggling here to go higher. You can see on the hourly chart, we have a little Elliott wave pattern actually completed here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. So this double top area up here is a little bit concerning to me. So so we'll just continue to watch this. But not really interested in trading it right now. I mean, if there was an entry, it was back here anyways. It's not where it is right now. I wouldn't be entering right here anyways. I'd be entering on, a pullback and then a bullish run back up. But we've kind of missed that. And besides, the last, 3 or 4 hour candles have not been able to really have much movement. We've had wicks on both sides. And that suggests to me, a little bit of fatigue in the bullish pattern, but we'll continue to watch it. And then crude oil again, a lot like soybean oil and everything else, just really doing nothing. Trading, we have both moving averages basically flat right now, and price not really doing it in between the two moving averages, which again is the worst place for it to be when it's in between these two moving averages and they're just kind of going sideways. So. And I don't have corn up on the board. I had closed my platform, and I'm not sure why corn got taken off here, but let's see if I can add it back really quick. Corn is, I think, ZC. Whoops. Help if I actually put my cursor there. ZC, where are we? We'll just look at December chart. Sorry, guys. All right. Yeah, so this corn, let's go to the 4 hour. Corn, this one's kind of interesting. I mean, there's no bullish momentum here. And again, we're inside the two moving averages, which is not a good place to be. But in this case, the moving averages are still basically trending up. We have a little bend, but this is the shorter one. That's why. So, but we've got this, really choppy sideways. Corn's been really choppy lately. After having some nice bullish momentum, it's really been a little bit ugly lately. So, I'm not sure here. If we hold this 100 period, if we hold this area right here on the 4 hour and we start to get some bullish momentum up again, could be a good buying opportunity, but there's nothing with it right now. So I've kind of suspended corn a little bit at the moment, just waiting to see because this has not been very good looking. I would love to get a look at COT data on corn to get an idea of what's really going on with it from the standpoint of the commercials and the large speculators. But again, we don't have that yet, so we're just going to have to wait. Seasonality is still on our side, but again, seasonality is not the be all end all. Again, if I had to kind of rank it, I would say the COT is first, price action and market structure second, seasonality third. Not that seasonality is not important, but seasonality doesn't always hold. And even within a seasonality trend, like you could have a period on a seasonality chart where a market generally trends, let's say, up for 3 or 4 months. Okay. Pretty consistently every year, right? When you look at long-term seasonal trends. But within that, just like any other trend, you're going to have areas where it's going to pull back. And you're going to have days or a week where that seasonal trend is going to drop off. Okay. And so corn's been really, you can just look at this chart, how busy it is. And this is a 4 hour chart. It's not like I'm looking at a short time frame here. If we zoom out, the last time we had a real clear move was down on corn. And then we looked like we were turning the corner. Here we took out, this is a 12-hour chart. Took out some, definitely took out moving averages, came back. Okay. So, again, this still, even on these high time frames, this still looks fairly bullish. But we've had a lot of consolidation in here, and prices seemingly having a hard time getting going again. But again, from a higher time frame standpoint, even though I'm analyzing on the 4 hour chart, it still, helps us to take a quick, bigger, longer term view here. And on the higher time frame, I would say this is still bullish. Here's that line I drew on the 4 hour. You can extend it over here. We're still trading above the 100 period moving average. They're both still sloping up. And again, more importantly, from a market structure standpoint, we're still holding here. But you got to, look at this area here. We're failing to put in new highs, even when it does try to run up a little bit. This high right here has not been broken. And so, that's where you start to get a little concerned that the buyers are getting a little bit of fatigue here. But overall, we're still in a bullish stance from a seasonality standpoint. And I don't think the price action has negated that yet. We're just kind of in a phase right now where the market's just kind of resting. But if we end up getting like below this zone right here and start to turn lower again, that could be a little bit more concerning for this market. But so that's coin is not really one that I have a lot of confidence right now. I rather kind of stick to something like soybeans is probably the best of the grain complex right now. Soybean and maybe soybean meal if it can get its footing back again. So that's that's what I'm watching there. So all right. So yeah, guys, I'm going to leave it there. I told you it would be short and sweet. It's a Monday. Not a heck of a lot going on in terms of any new opportunities here on these higher time frames. But I'll continue to watch it and, see if anything comes about. Again, it's not that I don't look at the shorter time frames. It's just the 4 hours kind of where I start, just to kind of get a picture of where things are. And then I will drill, like I did with the Canadian dollar, right? Looking at the 4 hour, kind of looking at that and where we're at, and then drilling down a little bit to the 1 hour and seeing this, and then down to the 15, where we kind of start to see the market structure maybe shifting the other way again. And you can see we're back, sitting at basically break even on this right now. So we'll see if we get a break lower, especially if we can, on the short time frame, take out this moving average. That may definitely trigger, more selling pressure if we take out this 15-minute moving average. So, all right. So that's the only trade I'm currently holding, and we'll kind of see how it goes from there. All right, and then like I said, the last thing is with Hogs, to see if we start to get any bullish momentum with Hogs. We don't have it right now. I think we really need to definitively take out one of these recent swing highs and start to really see a bullish shift higher. If we get that, then we'll start thinking about longs. But in the meantime, while it's kind of at a neutral spot right now, you know, there's no bullish momentum confirmed here because we haven't taken out any market structure. I don't consider this. I mean, this is a 20-minute chart. I don't consider this is the market structure. When it gets above the moving averages, we can clearly see a high that was put in before a new low, and that's this area right here. Even on these shorter time frames. All right, so 1 hour chart is about the lowest you can go to, about the highest you can go to see this that recent swing. All right, so that's how I'm looking at it. So that one's probably on a new watch list is Hogs, and we'll continue to watch the Soy Complex and monitor that trade on the Canadian dollar. All right, so that's it, guys. I'll be back later if there's anything to report. If not, then we'll catch up tomorrow. Hope everybody has a good rest of your day, and we'll talk to everybody soon. Okay, thanks.